Hey, yo everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing another DC Universe Classics review, and that will be of Manbat. Take a look at this bat boy right here. Now, a little information about Manbat. Manbat's real name is Dr. Kurt Langstrom, and Kurt Langstrom was an incredibly smart individual. He was smart in his field of study. He was just smart in general. However, unfortunately, he started to lose his hearing more and more each day and becoming deaf. In order to find a solution to this problem, he started to splice bat DNA with his DNA. Because, see, bats have ridiculously good hearing. Bats use echolocation rather than eyesight itself. So if you splice an animal who has ridiculously good hearing with someone that doesn't have good hearing, maybe they might get good hearing. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And it worked, for the most part. Langstrom started to get his hearing back. However, it had side effects. This is the side effect. He started to turn into a giant man-bat, for lack of a better term. And he had no intelligence at all. He was just a primal being, going out, hunting, doing what bats do, just being a giant bat. Which, I'm not really sure on how to describe how a giant bat acts, but feral and wild in nature, I guess. Of course, Batman intervened and stopped Kurt Langstrom and found a cure for Kurt Langstrom. Langstrom eventually started to make a vial that would turn him into the Man-Bat, but not rob him of his intelligence, and that worked for the most part. He became kind of an ally to Batman. However, as of recently, the Man-Bat persona has been taking control of the Langstrom persona, and while still intelligent, it's more the Man-Bat in control rather than Langstrom in control. The best way, I guess, to explain it would be Red Hulk. I don't read the Hulk, but the Red Hulk is, I guess, an evil, intelligent Hulk. And Man-Bat is starting to turn into a bad guy again, so he has his mood swings. He's a good guy, he's a bad guy, he's a good guy, he's a bad guy. Last time I saw him, he was in the outside. He was fighting against the outsiders, and now he's kind of roaming around in the wild. So yeah, at least he's not causing any trouble. So anyways, let's get into the figure itself. Take a look at this badass figure here. Man-Bat is one of the figures I wanted the most from the wave that he gave him. Actually, more than any other figure, he's the one I wanted, which is surprising because he's the one I got just recently. So the figures I got from the wave, he's the latest one I got. And it's pretty obvious why I wanted Man-Bat. I'm not going to bore you with the details on why I wanted him. I think a lot of people wanted Man-Bat because look at this dude. He is just absolutely badass. He looks so ridiculously good. In addition to that, Man-Bat has been a very elusive figure in general, because Man-Bat was originally supposed to be in the DC superhero line, but I don't think he was never in it. And he was supposed to be, I think he was supposed to be brown, and then they had a Comic-Con exclusive, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which was a white albino Man-Bat. Again, I could be wrong about this because, well, I just don't know, but I know there was a Comic-Con release exclusive, and then they decided to release him in his DC Universe Classics. Basically, it's just what the DC superhero figure was going to be, only recolored to the right color scheme. And, the biggest attractor to this figure is the wings. Obviously, we see the wings here. The great thing about the wings is that they can separate and move around so that you can adjust Man-Bat's arm accordingly, however you want, which is a very nice added detail. It does make the wings look a little, I don't know, broken apart. However, you can always adjust the wings to look like they're one big wing, like a bat wing should look like. So the wings are definitely the biggest attractor. The face sculpt is just absolutely freaking epically, beautifully amazing. I know, I put a lot of words into that. The sculpt just looks really good. I love the ears a lot. I love how the jaw is a bit longer than the actual, the upper jaw. The mandible is larger, and the teeth look great. He has hair on his chest, great chest mold, and he has hair on his back, which looks really cool. And his legs are just long and nice and adjustable, and they look pretty badass too. Articulation-wise, he would have all the standard articulation a DC Universe Classic figure would have, with the exception of the articulation in the hips right here. He can't move his legs out, but he can move them up, here, and here. So he has an articulation in his leg to kind of give that chicken walker look, like that. Again, he has the articulation in his arms, and he also has good articulation in his wrist. So on a whole, he has really good articulation, despite the fact he is missing a few points. He also has articulation in the chest and the hip. There you go. Hip, waist region. My apologies. So just take a look at this badass figure. Like I said, Man-Bat is one of the figures I wanted the most. One, because Man-Bat is one of my favorite Batman villains. I really like... I don't know if I should call him a villain, because he's not really a villain anymore. Maybe anti-character? Anti-hero, anti-character. He's a villain one day, he's a hero another day, he's an asshole another day. So, but he's one of my favorite Batman characters, because he's just so... I don't know, monstrous looking. Like, he's what I think people would think Batman would be. Just an absolute monster creature of the night. I also wanted him just because he's an impressive looking figure, and I think everyone wanted this figure because it's such an impressive looking figure. I'm not going to be like everyone else that's probably reviewed this figure that's just going to tell you how good it is. I think you can see how good it is. You saw how good it is in the pictures. You see how good it is in this video or anyone else's video. I'm just going to tell you up front. There's really nothing bad about this figure. You should pick it up. It's figures like this that remind me why I collect. As of recently, I've kind of stopped collecting, or at least slowed down. Well, one, for money reasons. Two, because I don't really have as much room. I mean, I put away a lot of my figures that I didn't want to put away. And, you know, it's just collecting can take a lot out of you. But when you see a figure like this, that's just absolutely stunning, great articulation, original mold, and just really so different than all the other figures that you've seen from the line, it just reminds you on why you collect. And this is a great figure. The Walmart exclusive wave that he's part of, which is, I think, wave 10, it's fairly easy to find. I've seen Joker and Power Girl around a lot, so they're pretty easy to get your hands on. I don't know about the other ones, but I mean, you can probably find them in stores. I heard people say that they find them everywhere, that he's a shelf warmer, so I guess you can pick them up. If not, you can buy them online for like 19 bucks. It isn't that bad for something that you don't know might be really rare later, so I recommend picking up as soon as you can. So take one more look at this guy. Definitely worth the money. Definitely worth picking up. And he's a great addition to your Batman Rogue Gallery collection or displays that you have, which is what I do. I have all my Batman figures, enemies all together. So he's a great addition to it. And he stands nicely next to Bane and Clayface, the bigger figures. So definitely pick up Man-Bat. Fantastic figure. Fantastic. So I'm going to stop praising this figure. I'm just going to end this review here. Man-Bat, awesome. Pick it up as soon as you can before it's no longer able to be picked up. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.